There she is, the Kitty Lou. The project that will never be, at least not by me, unless things change pretty quick. So let me give you a little overview as to how we got to this point. Approximately 8 years ago, a buddy of mine bought some property in a town approximately an hour and a half drive from here. And upon moving, we found the property completely cluttered. The last resident was, among other things, a hoarder. He suffered from a number of mental conditions, and the property was cluttered with anything and everything you could possibly imagine. Well, one of the things on the property was the Kitty Lou here. And my buddy didn't have a pickup or any kind of truck or any trailer or means to haul it, or anything off the property for that matter. So I managed to acquire this boat, along with a fiberglass boat with trailer, and well, a whole lot of other crap that was on the property. I had to put money into this boat just to be able to tow it home, and I planned on fixing it. I was going to strip it down and sandblast it and repaint it and redo the trailer and either get that 35 horsepower Gale outboard motor running or find an old Evan root. I was going to re-rig the inside and, turn this into a new boat. Basically is what my plans was, but always something seemed to happen. An unexpected expense or another project always seemed to toss the boat here in the back burner. Never really did much with her. The motor's not seized. It's a little stiff, but she's not seized. Tried to get it to run once, and she coughed and farted and spat and wheezed and produced a little smoke out of the exhaust. I think she gave me 1 or 2 power strokes, and it just needs the carburation gone through the ignition system. It's what happens when boats sit for a long time without any TLC. The transom needs to be replaced. It's seen better days, but even with that said, I put a plug in her. I took her down to a nearby lake and put her in and let her set and float, and she never took on a drop of water. So even with the transom being as rough as it is, it does not leak. That's assuming, of course, you put the plug in it. I don't know what happened to the plug. It must have fell off in the recent tow, but anyway, she don't take on any water. She's all aluminum, B-bottom. It's a late 50s, early 60s, according to my checking, and it's a good project boat. I didn't have a tank when I got it, so no, I did. I had a tank, and I filled it with water to check it for leaks, and it was a freaking coffee maker. It leaked all around the bottom seam, around the edges, so that was junk. I bought that one off of eBay. I think I paid like $45 or $40 for it. Had to put tires on here just to make it tow, and I think it was this side I had to do bearing work and put tubes in the tires too. When I got this thing, it was sitting up on a hillside, sunk in the mud all the way up to the hubs, and the prop was touching ground, and I mean, it was a real headache getting the boat out, but I always planned on fixing it up and turning her back into a beautiful little fishing boat. But other expenses and other projects always seem to jump in and take precedence. She always got kicked over to the back burner somehow. Well, that brings me to current day. I'm out of work, unemployed, still filing unemployment and waiting on a decision there, and I don't have the money to put into the boat. I need the money for rent and other things more than I need the Kitty Lou. So as much as it pains me to get rid of my only boat that I've ever owned in my entire life, I guess I really don't have much of a choice but to try to make some money on her somehow. Again, she don't leak. She don't take on any water, despite that rotten old transom. But I had to make a decision. And there's the decision I had to make. It's not the decision I wanted to make, but it's the economic decision to make. Rather than putting money that I don't have into the boat, I'm going to try to sell her for what I can. The big hang up right now is there's no paperwork, no title. It was considered abandoned property, but I've already went to the tag agency and found out what's necessary to take care of that. It's really not that big of a deal. It takes time more than it does money. And I was willing to do that before my layoff from work. So, and I'm asking the equivalent of what I can get out of her for scrap. She's an all aluminum boat, so I know that you can take this girl down to the scrap metal place about 15 minutes from here, and I could probably get a couple $300 out of her just in aluminum. And then the trailer I could turn around and sell for $100, $125, because I've sold these trailers for years. I sold a boat trailer just like this last year for about $100, and it was in worse shape than this. So I figure $2 for the boat, $100 for the trailer, and I'm not even counting all the stuff that I put into it just to make her the way she is. I'd like to add also, when I got her, she wasn't the color that she is. She was covered in moss and mold and all kinds of grayish, blackish shit. She's still got some up here. You take this color right here and magnify that about 75 times and cover the whole damn boat with it. That's the way she looked. So I did a little cleanup work on her just to try to make her look like a boat instead of a boat anchor. But anyway, that's kind of where I'm at today. Also want to mention, this being the 29th of January 2012, I'm out here in a long sleeve shirt and I'm sweating. It's actually kind of warm out here. This is not January-ish weather. But anyway, I had a couple people interested in the boat. No takers. One guy insulted me by offering me like $100 for it. I told him to go on down the road. He just wanted to scrap it. I know that's what it was. But if anybody out there is interested in a late 1950s to early 1960s, I was told it's between 58 and 62, which seems right because a family member of mine had a 61 boat, and it was the exact same design. Hell, she was even the same color back in the day. So, if anybody's interested in a project, that's what it is. It's a project, and I think it's well worth the $350 or best offer that I'm asking. So, thanks for watching. If anybody's interested, you know how to comment. I think I take $300 for it today, just so I could pay my rent. Or if I borrow some money, I get the rent paid and keep the utilities on with the money from the boat. But thanks for watching. If interested, comment. And I promise one way or the other, I'll keep the videos coming.